What does Jim Carrey eat? Jim Carrey's favorite food revealed. When you think of Jim Carrey, you probably picture him making crazy faces, talking out of his butt in Ace Ventura, or yelling, "Smokin'" in The Mask. He's loud, he's wild, he's hilarious. But when it comes to food, Jim Carrey is a whole different vibe. So today on Foodie Circle, we're going behind the scenes, not into the movies, but into the kitchen. What does Jim Carrey eat? What's his favorite food? And how has his diet changed over the years? Let's find out. First things first, Jim Carrey is not your average eater. He's not the guy who's posting Instagram pics of burgers or showing off fancy meals on a yacht. He's private, low-key, and actually super healthy. In fact, Jim Carrey is known for having a mostly plant-based diet. Yup, that's right. The same guy who went wild in Dumb and Dumber is now all about eating clean, natural foods that help him stay focused, peaceful, and in control of his energy. Makes sense, right? Comedy takes a lot of energy. And at 60+ years old, he's still sharp. So how does food fit into his life? Let's rewind a bit. Back in the day, when Jim was younger and constantly filming, he didn't have the cleanest diet. Like most people in Hollywood, he'd grab fast food, eat on the go, and wasn't exactly known for being health-obsessed. But as he got older, and especially after going through mental health struggles, Jim Carrey made some major lifestyle changes. And one of the biggest? His food. He started cutting out processed food, sugar, and junk. Instead, he focused on what made his mind feel clear and his body feel strong. So, what's Jim Carrey's go-to meal these days? Well, it's not steak, it's not pizza, it's not even fancy caviar. His favorite meals are now simple, healthy, and plant-based. We're talking fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, whole grains like quinoa and oats, plant-based protein like lentils and beans, and sometimes smoothies loaded with greens and berries. That's right. Green smoothies are part of Jim Carrey's daily routine. Not very Ace Ventura, right? But hey, when you've been through what Jim has, including fame, stress, depression, and spiritual awakening, you start eating to feel good, not just to fill your stomach. But here's the fun part. Even though Jim Carrey eats healthy, he's still got a few food loves that he can't resist. One of his favorite comfort foods, peanut butter. Yup, he's mentioned in interviews that he used to eat it by the spoonful, especially during long writing sessions. He also loves banana and peanut butter sandwiches, especially when he's working on art or script ideas. Another guilty pleasure from the past, grilled cheese sandwiches. Classic, cheesy, gooey. He said he grew up eating them as a kid and sometimes still craves that warm, simple flavor. So yeah, he's health conscious now, but he's not afraid of a good old comfort food memory. Now let's talk about coffee. Jim used to drink coffee daily, especially during his earlier acting years when he was doing long hours on set. But now, he's mostly switched to herbal teas or hot lemon water. He believes caffeine messes with his natural rhythm and energy, so he's ditched it in favor of more calm, balanced drinks. He's even said that fasting or eating light during the day helps him stay more focused and creative. That's a very different approach from Hollywood's coffee-chugging lifestyle, right? So to sum it all up, what's Jim Carrey's food lifestyle like today? Here's the list. Mostly plant-based meals, lots of fruits, vegetables, grains and legumes, smoothies with berries, spinach, almond milk, and seeds. His favorite healthy snack, peanut butter, own a banana, his nostalgic treat, grilled cheese sandwiches, drinks, mostly herbal teas, no soda, rarely coffee, and he tries to avoid sugar, fried foods, and anything processed. He eats for mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual peace. And guess what? It works for him. He once said, "I believe in eating in a way that supports joy, peace, and lightness." That's the vibe Jim Carrey lives by now. He's more about peace than performance, more about balance than burgers, more about inner energy than outer flash. And his food choices reflect that. So while he used to be the wildest guy on screen, off screen, he's just a guy enjoying banana smoothies, peanut butter spoons, and clean living. And honestly, we kinda love that, because at the end of the day, even legends like Jim Carrey have to eat, and the food they choose says a lot about who they are now. So, what do you think? Would you try Jim Carrey's plant-based lifestyle? Or are you sticking with grilled cheese all day? Let us know in the comments, and if you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Foodie Circle for more celeb food stories, the ones they don't tell in interviews. More bites coming soon.